Everyone, it's Debbie and Suellen. We're back with more fun on the Q24 from Bernina, and today we wanted to talk about a little bit of troubleshooting. So,
one of the questions that I had when I was starting out, and I've heard other people, is if there is a little bit of a hiccup when you're doing some of your free motion. Sometimes there can be bumps, and
you're not sure why. Yeah.
Yeah. And so one of the really important things, we've already talked about cleaning the machine itself.
Very important.
But equally important is making sure that the bed of the machine is also clean. And
the tracks.
The tracks are clean.
Which are the black tracks that all of the wheels run along on the carriage. The wheels of the carriage run along tracks.
So the tracks are pretty easy to keep clean. And I use some kind of dusting implement. You can have your choice of how you want to keep the tracks clean. But the key is looking at the wheels.
Right.
And so if you look in here, there are a couple things you need to look for. So I pull these off, and on a regular basis, I will take a Q-tip, and I'm going to inspect the wheels. And one of the critical things are all the wheels actually touching? If they're not all touching, you may want to loosen the screws and adjust your machine, and so that all the wheels
are touching the tracks.
And they're
actually weighed down on the tracks and rolling when you move your carriage.
Correct.
They're actually rolling. Right.
And so when you make sure they're all rolling, then look, and as you can see right here, and this is a pretty new machine, there are little black spots right on the wheel.
So the wheels collect dust like everything else in our homes.
Yeah, they do.
Yes,
and not only that, but then it gets smashed. Yeah. Because as it rolls over the dirt, then it compacts the dirt on there. So I would take a Q-tip, but I'm going to roll the wheel. So I do all of the wheels. I take these off on these four.
How often would you do? How often? That's a good question, because it's hard to really tell how.
I would look.
Just look at them every
because it depends
week
on
or so?
It depends on how much you quilt.
Okay.
And it depends on how much dust your home generates.
Or if you're starting to feel a little bit more resistance than usual during your free motion quilting.
Or if you have if you notice a little roughness in the movement. So that's one thing I would check. Make sure all the wheels are touching. Make sure that you've cleaned the tracks very well, and then make sure all of the wheels. So you have four wheels here, 4 wheels here. And then you're going to have these that are hiding down below, and these you have to get to also. So again, you're going to have 8 wheels going one way and 8 wheels going the other way.
And I have another fun story. Once I felt a little bit of resistance, and I was cleaning, and I took off the black cap that you see here taken off, and I found some thread wrapped around one of the wheels. So that's something to look for as well and to remove. So very important, because that will cause resistance to the movement during free motion, and also during the Q-matic automated quilting as well.
Correct.
It's not something that we think about, but there can be threads that have drifted down, and wheels like to go around, and they like to wind thread onto them. And so it's good to check every wheel to make sure there is no thread wrapped around them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Thank you very much. I think that we've covered that subject. Dusting is very important.
Just keeping your machine clean is the best way to keep your machine working.
That's right. Thank you very much.